classic movie fans, Rick Nineg here. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about the Three Stooges and what I would say is the forgotten Thanksgiving episode. I'll tell you why we can even name it that and why it is such a good short. It is such a good episode that I'm sure you probably have seen. Some of you may not have seen it. Let me know in the description below if you have seen it or not. If you love what I do here on the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free to do so. And that way you won't miss any of my videos. And it's a great free way to support the channel. So I do appreciate it. Now the short which I'm referring to is called An Ache in Every Steak. Now, it is a 1941 release. Now, I've covered it in depth, so I'm not going to cover it in depth as I did before. But I do want to highlight a few things, especially where the short focuses on the Thanksgiving theme, which I'll talk about in just a little bit. Now, this is the episode. Yes, it's the episode with the long stairs. It's actually 147 steps. And some people think that this is the same step used, or the same set of steps used in the Laurel and Hardy Oscar-winning short The Music Box, which was in 1932. That is incorrect. These are two sets of different stairs that look similar, but I guarantee you they are not the same. This is a popular belief, a myth. They are not the same staircase. I went to the Stooge staircase. I'll leave a link in the description. I talked all about it. I gave all the history on it. I walked through all the steps. So make sure and take a look at that video. And in the future, I will go to the separate Laurel and Hardy steps from The Music Box. But anyway, these are located in the Silver Lake area. And I do want to tell you a little bit about what was great about this short. Now, in the beginning, it focuses on the ice portion of the episode where they are icemen. I won't go into all the details because I said I've done that before. I want to focus on the Thanksgiving portion, and that is where the Stooges turn from icemen into servants or even cooks in a kitchen to this guy who has a little bit of money. In fact, the guy who they trip over and throw the cake all over him. Now they go inside his home, and they start to prepare this meal. Now, it's for the owner of the home's birthday, but I mean, they have all the trimmings there, or it's pretty much reminiscent of a Thanksgiving dinner. I mean, there are people that are over, they have a big turkey, and I mean, for everyone else and for what we think, I mean, this is a great look at Thanksgiving. Without this being an unofficial Thanksgiving episode, I dub it an unofficial Thanksgiving episode because it is fantastic. Now, it has all the elements to a good Thanksgiving episode. The preparation of the turkey, the presentation of the turkey. Everyone eats turkey, and then everyone's gathered around the table giving thanks, celebrating the man's birthday there. And of course, chaos ensues. Without chaos, we have no Stooges. So during the scene, we see probably the best portion of the entire episode, where we see Curly preparing the turkey. Now, there's all these funny things that happen. For example, there's a pinch of salt, so he grabs the salt and pinches it, literally pinches it and throws it in there. He puts a can of peas, the whole can, like the metal can and everything with the peas on the inside, which is fantastic. A well-soaked loaf of bread, and he socks it, right? Soaked, socked. He thinks, because he's illiterate, that it's the same thing. It's hilarious. He shoves the turkey with oysters, which is fantastic. Now, he takes the inside out because, of course, they weren't cleaned well, so he puts the shells in there. He also sticks his whole hand, his whole arm, in fact, inside the turkey. And later we see that not only his ring, but also his wristwatch gets stuck in the turkey. And when they present it, a woman says, "Wow, what fantastic meals with prizes in the food. This is great." And I mean, it has the best types of jokes. We have Mo cooking something. It says, we need, I don't know, about a pound of butter. And he gets this huge square piece, or just this huge wad of butter, and throws it all in there. And then he says, a dash of this. And he just pours a whole load of powder in there, more than a dash. I mean, it's just great to see them cause all of this chaos in the kitchen. And it's kind of what happens during a Thanksgiving meal, during the preparation. Family, friends, it's super chaotic. Curly continues by separating 2 eggs. He literally gets 2 eggs, separates them physically, and then puts them right back into the turkey, which is great. Now, the recipe calls for dicing 2 potatoes. He actually gets the potatoes and shakes them like dice. You even hear the dice noise when they rattle inside someone's hand when they're shaking them. And it's like he loads the dice and he puts them in there. And again, there's such great wordplay from this episode. It's just a fun time. It's a cozy time with them cooking this quote-unquote Thanksgiving meal, we can say, quote-unquote. And then it just turns out chaotic as always. They dance a little bit. Curly gets a spring stuck in his rear end while he's dancing, and it's a great scene when they even bake a cake, and they have this little song with the cake. I won't sing it, but when they bring the cake out, they load it with natural gas to inflate it a little bit because it wasn't as plump as they like. And then when they light the candles and the man blows them out, everything blows up, literally. And it's so fantastic. I mean, the dinner scene is fantastic with Curly serving them soda water from like this hose. And the woman is finding prizes of food, prizes of jewelry inside her food. It is just fantastic. I want to hear what is your favorite part of the episode. But before I end, the Stooges are chased out of the home, and here's a really, really cool blooper. I've never noticed this before. I've never seen it published anywhere. And in fact, I'm here to bring it to you. It's fantastic. Now, the Stooges are on some type of skateboard or platform on wheels, and they're sliding down the 147 steps. You can see on the bottom side of the street, I'll highlight him for you. You can see a man there, and he's pulling on a string or some type of rope that is attached to basically the skateboard or the little board where the Stooges are on, or they're actually stuntmen. And he's the one pulling them, and as he's walking along the street, the Stooges slide farther and farther down the stairs until they kind of fall in one of the flights of the stairs. But I never knew that there was a guy who was pulling them on that skateboard. It wasn't just going down. That is super, super dangerous. I was on those stairs. They're not just, how can I explain? They're not, the incline is not gradual. The slope is very steep. And so I can't imagine stuntmen doing that. I was walking down that and it felt treacherous. Again, it's not like a normal set of steps. The incline is very aggressive. And so I'm surprised the stuntmen were able to do that. Very admirable. I want to wish you all a very happy and wonderful Thanksgiving. I am thankful to each and every one of you for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for all that you do. We'll see you all next time. More fun Stooges, more classic TV and movies coming up soon. We'll see you all next time, and don't forget, be hopeful. Thank you so much to everyone who supports my work on Patreon. David D, Sally N, Gerard D, Greg S, Ricky, Citizen Kane 359, Kevin K, and Vito L. If you want to appear on this list, don't forget to look at the Patreon description in the link below. Thank you.